Canada's hardest hit province is the first to announce students will be returning to class. Most primary school kids in Quebec will be back in 2 weeks. So what about BC? As CTV's Shannon Patterson reports, schools in Surrey are already looking ahead.
All but 5 of Surrey's 131 public schools remain closed, but there's work going on behind the scenes.
School districts around British Columbia have been asked, okay, start planning around what might a gradual return look like.
While BC schools are imagining how to bring students back, Quebec is forging ahead.
Today we announce our plan to reopen primary schools and childcare services.
Canada's worst hit province, with nearly 25,000 COVID-19 cases and 1,600 deaths, is reopening most primary schools in just 2 weeks.
Quebec has their own pandemic that they're dealing with, and they have their own approach to it.
There's such growing pressure to get the economy started. I think sooner or later you're going to see some tough decisions around, okay, just when will they roll those dice?
Just hours after Quebec's announcement, BC's education minister called a press conference for Tuesday at noon to update the public on how distance learning is going. But that news release made no mention of an impending announcement on when or if students will return to class this school year.
If school goes back in a few weeks, we'd be really, really excited.
I just think we have to take advice from Dr. Bonnie Henry and see what she has to say.
We need to make sure that we are able to provide the educational services that are needed, particularly for those younger children who can't stay home by themselves if their parents are going off to work. And that's the focus of the next little while. How do we do that safely?
Plans are in the works here, but there is no return to school date for any students yet.
To be honest, I actually like the no dates because, you know, as soon as you draw a line in the sand, then that's what you've got to adhere to.
As Quebec schools prepare to welcome thousands of young students back in the middle of a pandemic,
So I'm sure no one will be watching with greater interest than Dr. Bonnie Henry.
Shannon Patterson, CTV News, Surrey.